Talk Show.
It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 795.
We will say it, the Daily Talk Show at all costs. Doesn't matter where we are, what we're doing, who we're with, we will do a show. We will not miss one. JJ, you're in your car, mate.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking
Yeah.
You're looking awkward.
First time I've ever been to Northland.
Oh yeah. It's Coburg.
And,
Is it? No,
Preston.
I think Preston.
Yeah, we just had to try and find the COVID testing drive-through.
Yeah.
Interesting fact about the drive-through is that it is a car park. So we went to the Target, they sent us in, and we're now parked.
Okay,
it's
great.
not like a traditional drive-through that you expect. It's like we're waiting for our chips.
Well, it's like you've gone through drive-through and then you've been sent out to wait in the waiting bay, or like you're currently in the Krispy Kreme drive-through, ordered and waiting at the window.
It's like I've been sent to the waiting bay, but I haven't even put through my order.
Ah, interesting. And this one comes with a free penetration of your nostril area. It's
yeah.
I wonder.
And so Bree's also in the car, and she's going to get the test, and she was just speaking to a workmate who said that she had it done and she could taste blood afterwards, which I feel like that's not something you say to someone before they're getting it done.
Yeah. Well, I've heard others say it's so quick that you're just like, ugh, whatever. I think you'll be good. Mm-hmm. I'm always surprised that
what's the worst that could happen?
Once you get it done. I mean, the worst that can happen is that you get COVID and you're out of here.
To be honest, the most stressful thing about this whole thing is me having the camera here, and like I feel like this is a very Tommy Jackett thing to be doing.
I know, but even as I've got older, I've started to feel more not self-conscious, but just, I guess it's more thoughtful. Like you're thinking about the situation you're in. But I appreciate, you taking one for the team. I mean, we've done podcasts from everywhere. Producer Jess, do you know some of the locations? I'm hoping you don't, so I can tell you.
LA.
Yeah, LA. Yeah. The county.
Where are you from again? I was going to say Bulleen, but that's not right, is it?
Shepparton.
No, not Shepparton. I mean, like, what suburb?
Bratton? St Kilda.
Home.
Yeah, I've done it from
You've
home.
done it from home.
We've done it from everywhere.
Bulleen's right. You had it.
Yeah, we've done
that
one.
right?
You had Bulleen.
Well, I've done one from there, yep.
Great.
And
so I feel like that's all I've got.
Well, we've done
Krispy Kreme.
Oh, you did it from Josh's house at the very beginning.
Yep, correct. That was Abbotsford. We've done them from the Big Apple, Times Square, rowing.
Guys, I wish I brought my walkie-talkies. I'd love to be across a lot of walkie-talkie chat. I'd love to have my scanner.
You'd tap in. Yeah, Krispy Kreme, Central Park, down... Where else have we done them, JJ? Any other fancy spots? Have we done
Strawberry?
I'm trying to think of what's been the most... The Big Strawberry was a good one.
Yeah.
What was the most stressful location we've ever done?
Well, New York, Times Square, you nearly got nipped by a horse that was sort of behind you, tried to eat your microphone at one point. That wasn't too stressful. We did like from the Grove in LA. It was all the spots where we're not actually meant to be doing it. Like we're just sitting at a donut shop out the front. This was before we did video. Hey, one thing on the Grove. So the Grove is like, I don't know what you'd even classify it as, like South Bank in Victoria. And there's nothing.
An
it's
open
like
door mall. An open air mall, maybe.
Open air mall. Christmas time, they're like shooting this fake snow. There's a tram that goes through. It's magical. This is where we were.
Yeah,
it is all boarded up.
In the middle.
It's all boarded up. It has basically a Bellagio fountain show. That's off.
Yeah.
They it looks like a zombie apocalypse. Literally, and that's in the heart of West Hollywood. It's sad as shit, man. So anyway, I feel like this is
on. Surely I don't need my hazard lights. We're parked.
Are they asking people to put on their hazards?
I'll let you know.
Yeah. So at any moment, Josh could be approached by someone in sort of high vis. I wonder who's doing their PPE.
What's the vibe? Have they got masks on, Josh?
Yeah, they've all got masks. There's high vis and masks. The guy said, "Now, do you have?" I'm here for a test, and he said, "A COVID test?" Question mark. Like it was like a question, which is sort of weird. And then he said, "Have you got COVID symptoms or are you in a COVID hotspot? And I said yes. He said drive-through.
God. Did he? I mean, did you just answer yes? That sort of answered both those questions, or?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really know. It feels like I drove 20 minutes to get here, so that I didn't have to deal with going down the street and actually like booking something in.
I actually think it's smart not getting out of the car, as in you just can be in a capsule, just going past.
It is annoying. Like, what can we do afterwards?
Well, that was.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Stuff's coming up. Go on, JB.
Oh no, there was Dan Andrews a few weeks ago was talking about people that would get the test and then just go for a quick shop, walk around the shopping mall, go to Northland, go to Athlete's Foot. Like, that's
yeah, well, there's a lot of car parks.
Is this legit? What
people were doing that? Yeah, and he was pissed off.
It's
fair call.
Yeah,
It's
you can't-
outrageous.
What do you think,
can't just
Hungry
go to the
Jack's?
shop.
Do you reckon I could? Do you think it's okay for me to get Hungry Jack's
no.
drive-through after this?
Yeah, I reckon.
Drive-throughs, okay.
I reckon you can. It's pretty
Yeah.
Don't touch
contactless.
them.
Just
Yeah.
don't talk when the person hands you the food, and just don't touch their hand. So
Yeah.
just take the other side of the bag.
But you
It'll be
guys
fine.
think I should get Hungry Jack's?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely
I'd
not.
go KFC, to be
Yeah.
honest. George and I have been talking about KFC. I got a picture from George the other night just of a KFC bag, and he said, Amy, what did you say?
I said for Amy.
For
because-
Amy, and I was like, what are you and Amy got going? And then I heard that they had a D&M about KFC.
Oh,
We had a great chat. Amy loves KFC.
what's
And I
the
was-
best part?
Well, you don't like chicken on the bone.
No.
You don't like wings.
No chicken on the bone.
So you wouldn't like it. Oh,
I
you-
love the popcorn chicken.
popcorn chicken.
That's
you'd like.
great.
The
Yeah.
chippies are nice.
Chippies are good.
But KFC is so good.
Why? I mean, I love it, but I want to know what you.
I
what
love
you're
fried
thinking.
chicken, and those secret herbs and spices. You can't get past them.
They are
11.
pretty,
Especially
they
when
are.
it's like really hot chicken. Like the one that got delivered the other night was just like perfect, and it was actually dessert. We did have dinner beforehand.
Yeah, you're
we had
an
a stir fry,
animal.
but just we were both
Just
just
two
like,
dinners.
Yeah.
wouldn't mind a second little snack, maybe a few chippies, maybe a few wings.
Jess, what did you grow up on in Bendigo?
Macca's.
It was a
Yeah.
Macca's
I've never-
Friday night. Did you do Friday night Macca's?
We did Friday night junk food night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're allowed to have it, whatever we wanted.
Fuck, that's annoying when you got two sisters and they all
Yeah.
want different things for your parents.
No, I feel like it was always the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like Macca's or Clogs or fish and chips.
Clogs?
What's clogs?
It's a restaurant.
Doesn't sound good.
What do you
No,
did,
that's the best pizza in the entire world.
did you have to
Dutch?
dine in or this is takeaway?
Either or, mostly takeaway.
Clogs still there?
Yeah, it is
Still good?
the best pizza
What-
still to this day.
Hang on. So you're 30. When we were young, we were eating thick crust, like fat base. It wasn't this sort
Pizza
of.
Hut.
It was Pizza Hut-esque style. Now it's all like Bodie is a kid born in 2016 that only knows flat, thin crusted. I got him another pizza that was old school, and he's
So
like,
guys,
yuck.
the Gronk next to me is smoking, so I've had to do up my window.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
In
outrageous.
the car.
Rude.
It's she's literally like less than a meter away.
She's definitely got
with her
COVID.
car.
yeah.
It fucking stinks.
If COVID's choosing
I'm
one of
putting
you,
it
it's
down on
her.
this other side.
I mean, her lungs are fucked.
I
aren't
know.
they?
Yeah.
She hasn't got
It
a
is
good
to be
It's
careful.
starting
fucking
point.
trapped in the car now.
Oh, yeah,
it's,
that-
now
that's
Put
gonna
your
happen.
aircon on.
So that's the thing about smoke.
The
It
reason
feels
why
like
she fucking the reason why her chest hurts is because she's fucking can't go half an hour
She's got
without sitting.
cancer, yeah.
Emphysema.
and so is it thin crust now or is it still thick crust, Jess?
At Clogs.
Clogs.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a happy medium. It's not super thick, it's not super thin.
They've adapted with the
It's
times.
not like a wood fire pizza.
Okay, what is it then?
It's
a
just, I don't know.
rolls through the conveyor
just-
belt.
It does.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, even spread of dough.
Is it
Do you know what they used to do?
what?
You'd go there and you'd eat, and as a kid, you'd get a big ball of dough and you would turn it into something. It's so un-COVID friendly.
I know.
And then they'd put it through the pizza oven and it'd come back as your piece of bread. So
Oh,
you could
wow.
make like a dog or a horse or whatever.
What was your go-to?
I used to eat it
Just
because I
the
love
raw
raw
dough.
dough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yum.
Even more
What's
COVID.
wrong with you guys?
No, I
Frozen
that's
pastry,
great. Yeah, no, that's so
cookie
yum.
dough.
Yeah.
Pizza dough.
There was a bunch of those things at old restaurants that you could do back in the day. So like there was something called Sizzler Remember Outback, like
Sizzlers was so
Bree is
good.
absolutely ropeable, by the way. She's about to blow up at the lady next to the car. This could be
go,
interesting.
Bree.
Go, do it, Bree.
Do it.
Well,
I'd
I'd
love
She
blow up.
deserves a
Go,
blow
Bree.
up.
Give her an uppercut.
Bree's got
You
chutzpah.
going to? No, she's just like if we were outdoors, Bree would be doing an obnoxious cough right now.
No, but it's
Awkward in the
Have
line.
cut through.
Yeah. If
Don't
you
cough now. It's
don't
you're in
cough
the wrong
now.
environment for that.
So I think it was Sizzler or one of those used to have nuts that you could chuck on the ground. So you'd eat crack a nut open, then throw it on the ground. Do you remember that, Josh?
Pistachio?
Lone Star.
Lone Star.
What
Yes.
the
What
fuck
is
are you
this?
guys even talking
Yeah,
about?
Melbourne
So Lone
chat.
Star became. I don't know if Hog's Breath actually took the leases, but a Lone Star on like Dandenong Road turned into a Hog's Breath. But you would get peanuts, and you would get to crack them and put them on the floor. And they would also play a song, and they would do a line dance at random intervals throughout the night.
Oh my God, what an experience.
just
Stresses me out.
I just got stopped by a paywall, but for the morningbulletin.com.au, but it does sort of grab some of the article, and it says, I just typed into Google, Lone Star nuts on the ground, and it said, yes, you can still throw peanuts on the floor. Ever since it announced Lone Star Rib House would be making a return to Rockhampton, locals who fondly remember the restaurant having been asked if they can throw peanuts on the floor like the old days.
It's quite discriminatory, really. Like people that are allergic to nuts
Peanuts,
can't
true.
go.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just a walk into an anaphylactic shock.
I know, but it's probably, I mean, it's a bit annoying.
What about like there's allergies for everything, Jess? Does that mean that like we're going to stop every type of restaurant based on Gronks? If people who are allergic to
Yeah, but you do it
gluten,
if you're
are
in a
we
normal
not doing
restaurant.
bakeries anymore?
Yeah.
Pizza
We're not doing
shops
bakeries
done.
because of gluten.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of obvious. Like you can't just be throwing nuts on the ground.
Yeah, but is that not why the allergy issues happen? Because we've been putting our babies in cotton wool.
So you think, TJ, the reason why there are nut allergies is because there aren't enough nuts in circulation?
Yeah.
No, well, it's a weird one. I mean, the correlation between the hyper awareness, which is one part kind and thoughtful for people with nut allergies. And then, so for instance, we get sent, as a parent, I get sent emails all the time about nut-free, egg-free. It's like all over talking about Bodhi going to daycare. You cannot have any nuts. You cannot give them any nuts to take in. So, I mean, there's days where Bodhi has smashed a peanut butter toast before we've gone, and it's on his face. And so at what point do I rule out peanut butter for Bodhi in the morning for having toast? Like I do the right thing by trying to wipe his face.
Just wipe his face.
I wipe his face, 100%. But a kid, dude, it's all over their hands, in between their fingers. I do my best because, and I say, Bodhi, kids have allergies, we're going to get rid of this. But when it's on his T-shirt, it's a hard one.
Yeah. And peanut butter is
So
good.
if we were doing catering, we've never really spoken about this as a team. If we had catering, are there any food allergies or food requirements?
All right, let's go around the room. George, you get to also bring up what you wouldn't want seen in the catering,
Okay.
but also any allergies.
I'm completely allergy free.
Yeah.
And
Like you.
I enjoy basically any food. But interestingly, my family has got a lot of dietary requirements.
Really?
So it's like,
But you've escaped.
yeah. So I'm completely normal. But when there's a big family dinner or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like this person can't have fish. This one no dairy. This one gluten free. So
Yeah.
lots going on. Vegetarian, vegan, got everything. But I'll eat anything. Don't really like licorice. That'll be the one thing I don't want to
Red
see.
or what's the vibe?
Either.
Black?
Don't like
Okay.
black licorice. Don't want to see that
yeah.
on a spread.
Fair
If
enough.
you were to just have one, if you said licorice, I don't think there's types. I know there's red licorice, but really the flavour of licorice is the black flavour.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
aniseed.
Well, that's
You can-
aniseed. What you're describing is aniseed.
Yes, and so, but
Yes, I hate
it's
aniseed.
how nuanced is it now when Sev says he's the licorice guy, but it's actually red licorice.
Yeah,
that
don't
he
like
likes.
black, love red.
So then what he likes is raspberry-looking licorice.
What about
Artificial.
those raspberry drops? Those chocolate-coated raspberry drops.
Oh, they-
that,
so good.
bullets?
Saw. Nah. Michelle
Raspberry balls, I think
Battersby's
they're
been
called.
posting about these. They're like a raspberry that's got
Yeah.
chocolate around them. They're not licorice.
Yeah. All right.
Yum.
I'm going to go and then Sev's going to go because we'll leave Jess because I reckon she'll be long list at the end.
I'm not.
Not?
No.
Oh, well, go, Jess.
Okay, go then.
I have no allergies. I just don't like seafood.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's all right.
Don't want any fish, crabs. Take those dirty
Oyster.
shells away.
Oysters, yeah.
What do you
nah.
get at fish and chips?
I mean, I will eat fish, to be honest. Sorry. I'll eat, what do you call it? Flake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I like salmon.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And so tuna, I know you eat tuna
Tuna.
sushi,
Yeah.
but
It's just like the,
For someone who
big
doesn't eat
gooby
fish,
ones.
you eat a lot of it.
No, I eat, sorry, okay.
She had
Let me
tuna for
rephrase.
lunch
I eat
today.
fish. I eat fish,
You-
but I don't have like the shelly versions of seafood.
okay. Have you been
So
to
you don't
Italy?
like
Station.
crustaceans? Is that what it's called?
I think so. That's what
Yeah.
I thought.
That came to my head as well, but I wasn't sure. I thought crustaceans were just the little, very small particles of stuff in the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah.
quick,
That whales and shit in.
quick crustacean fact.
Yeah.
How long do lobsters live for?
Oh, I reckon.
Couple of
I reckon
years,
there's like
easily.
one. I reckon ones live for up to 17 years.
2
100
minutes
years.
after they're boiled.
What?
What the
How
100
long?
years. 100,
What?
roughly.
Wow.
And the ones that you buy at restaurants, like the big ones,
yeah.
The big mamas.
they're
Yeah.
usually about 22 years old.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Sad.
A little bit
I mean,
sad, isn't it?
No, they've had a good innings.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty boring for
I
them.
wonder what lobster years are. You know, like dog years. They're actually they want to die.
Well, 100 is a lot.
Just take
Yeah.
me.
Lobsters want to be eaten.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
No, okay, so that doesn't seem too hard. But so seafood in Italy, you're on the water side, you get a pasta.
Don't
and
even
it's
get me
got-
started. That's my dream. I just want to have a seafood platter by the sea. But I
you
just
don't like
can't
seafood?
eat. I know.
Okay, I
want
see.
to.
Okay.
I want to live that lifestyle. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So
You don't like the taste?
The taste, the smell that you have to fondle it. Like it's just gross.
Yeah.
You have to
Shelling.
pull poo strings out of like prawns and shit. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh.
no, I get it.
What? Is that a thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And rip their heads off. It's
Oh,
just
yeah, no,
too
I don't know
much.
about that.
It's like give me the food when it's ready to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, buddy, take me back to Clogs in Bendy. Bendigo. Like, how much? A girl just wants some dough.
If I
How
was in
many
Italy,
clogs
I would
are
be
there?
eating
Is there
pizza
only
anyway,
the
not
one?
seafood.
Jess, is there only one clogs or are they all around the place?
No, it's just one. It's a family-owned business.
Oh fuck! I want to do
Yeah.
when it opens up a road trip just for Clogs.
The
Yeah.
Clogs Road.
It
trip.
reminds me,
that's- we're
if
going
maybe it's a Riche's that never sort of scaled up, like a run
Yes.
behind it.
Clogs, you could franchise. I reckon Clogs seems like, oh, dudes, we're going to Clogs. There's
So-
Clogs everywhere.
It's the same family behind Stokehouse in Melbourne.
Okay, so they
Oh,
know what they're doing.
Okay,
They
so
do.
it's a
It's a
lot
family.
fancier.
Yeah, it's a nice restaurant.
And so, hang on, they're from Bendigo?
The Van Handles.
Oh, the
are-
Van Handles. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them.
I don't know if they're from Bendigo, but half of them were in Bendigo, and the other half because one of the brothers, one of the sons of the person who started Stokehouse,
Victoria
I'm
Coffee.
not entirely sure, but he used to
Victoria?
run the Byron Bay pub.
Oh.
Yeah.
The beach
so
hotel.
the
Beach
so the
hotel.
Van Handles were kids. So when I went to the private school,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the kids. You know, oh, my friends with the Van Handles, and they have the the marquee or something. It was they were the family. You know, so if you knew some of the kids, you'd be going to sick.
Sounds
shit.
like the twins that Mark Zuckerberg stole Facebook from.
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
growing people.
The Winklevoss.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
The Winklevoss. Van Handel. I want to find out what else they own. Van Handel family, Stokehouse. Because maybe it is Victoria Coffee or Stokehouse owners Frank and Sharon.
Shazza.
Fucking just sound like just absolute legends.
Aussies, yeah.
Aussie battlers.
They just sold their 2-rack mansion for $12 million. And they couldn't scale old Clogs.
No, Clogs is iconic. You can't do that. As soon as it becomes
So the
a
thing
chain,
is, this
it's
is
not okay.
interesting. So Van, I think that the like surname with Van is Dutch, and Clogs are Dutch. So I
Yeah.
reckon
Wooden
there's
shoes.
a connection there.
Wooden shoes, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wooden
Yes.
shoes, yeah.
That's what
Thick-
Clogs
I have
are.
a
Yeah.
pair at home.
Multicultural Day. That's what I would rock up in.
oh, hang on. I got a good one. Josh, have you been to the Cuckoo?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was our German excursion.
Oh,
It got shut
yes.
down and then they rebuilt.
So the Cuckoo is a German restaurant up in the Dandenong Ranges. And it is a all you can eat. It's probably about $59, and you can just stay there for hours, just eating as much as possible. They have people dressed in their sort of, what are they called? Like
Lederhosen?
Suspenders. Is that what they're called? Lederhosen. And there's a cuckoo.
I don't know
There's
the
a
exact pronunciation.
cuckoo clock that maybe it's every half hour or on the hour, cuckoo, and it comes out and there's shitloads of them all around. It's just, it's a real experience. We had my grandfather's maybe 80th or 70th birthday there, and it's at one of the classic ones. It was, I think it was a hottish day. Oh, he was born Feb 14. Fuck, this is great, coming all back. My son is a reincarnation of my grandfather, born on Feb 14. Anyway, my cousins couldn't get up. It was the old school. They had a VK Commodore or something, and it couldn't get up the hill in the Dandenongs.
Oh, no.
And so they couldn't come. And I just remember having my hand in a bucket of water because I'd burnt myself before we went. And so I was feeling
Just
sorry for
realised
myself.
I had the battery on the whole time. Do you reckon the car's going to start?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, 100%.
They've got jump leads there anyway.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They did mention that at all testing sites. They got jump leads.
oh, that's great. Because I think we should all go to the Cuckoo when it opens up. So we've got Clogs in Bendigo. We've got the Cuckoo up in the Dandenongs.
Kransky, can you eat Kransky?
Mexican cantina we need to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mexican canteen. We needed to fuck.
A
KFC.
lot of places.
We have a lot of bonding to do.
This could be we should try and sort of gear it to a good place in the business where we can actually just take Fridays off, and every Friday we go into one of these places. Wouldn't that be
For
great?
the show.
Long lunch.
Yeah, for the show. For us personally, just to bond.
Sure.
There's a bunch of stuff though, Josh, that these babies won't eat at the Cuckoo. You know, like German salted fish. I know you wouldn't eat it either. I don't eat it. It's a bit weird.
I'd eat that.
Do they have
Would
schnitzel?
you?
That's all I care about.
Yeah, I'd eat that.
They've got roasts, like all the different sort of roasted meats, and they have a pancake
Seems like the type
bar.
of food that would make you constipated.
Yeah, I definitely.
Clogged.
Good one, Sam. Fuck. Is it the seat that's
Very
making
good.
you fun?
I think it's my seat. I think it's got funny from my seat.
The delay is definitely meaning I'm getting in first before Sevs, what's your
Olives. Wouldn't do anything with olives. Done.
You're one of those.
You can't even have it on the plate because it ruins. It's like olive bread. We've been through it. Like you can't have olive bread because it ruins the entire bread. If you put olives on the plate, it ruins the entire
I
plate.
think you're just too young. It'll come.
No.
It'll grow on you.
No, it never came from my brother.
Bodie likes it. He's
Talking-
3.
Talking about the on the plate thing, I remember Hamish Blake describing mushrooms to me. He can't stand mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, just get it off your plate. Just remove it from your plate." He said, having mushrooms on a plate and then getting them to remove it is like someone putting dog shit on a plate and then just asking them to remove it. You've got it like the whole plate's ruined.
Yeah. Same thing with olives.
Fuck, baby boy
Really?
Blake. It's the annoying bit is I grew up with a father that used to tell me, my dad was in the prisoner of war camp, captured by the Japanese, and he would eat weevils out of his oats. And so I just remember that real vividly. And then we found weevils in our wheat bix, and I said, "Fucking, he can eat his weevils. I don't want them. we live in Brighton, bitch."
Definitely.
I feel like he doesn't complain a lot. My dad about food. He would eat the stringy bits on bananas, and he's a maniac. He would always, anything fell on the floor.
My granddad eats the whole apple.
Yeah, my dad did that
really?
too.
Just downs the whole thing.
That's a real manly move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go anywhere
You
near
just
it.
imagine the guts to be able to do that. Like it must just like the
Yeah.
acidity just to fucking just completely absorb the whole thing. 3 days ago, Bodie helped himself to a chewy, and I just said, "Now you don't swallow it." And then like 30 seconds later, I'm like, "Where's the chewy gone?" And it was gone. He swallowed it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Stay in him
You
for
guys-
7 years.
Yeah, you guys fucked it. And then the other night, after that, Josh, I look over and he's eating it. And I said, "What are you doing, Amy?" She says, "No, I've told him if he swallows it, he doesn't get one for a year."
Oh.
And then I see him chewing, and I was kind of like, "That's cool." Like looking at this 3-year-old, just like it's like there's something cool about it. And then I see him stop chewing, and I was like, Bodie, where's it gone? In here. Opens it up, and he's swallowed it. So he's not eating chewing until he's 4.
I feel like as a kid, there are a bunch of things that I didn't get for a long time, like soft drink. We got cordial, which the funny thing about cordial is it's just as bad as soft drink. It just doesn't have the carbonation.
Yeah.
But
Cheaper.
Magnums ice creams we didn't get until I remember the first one that I ever had was on the boat that goes from Queenscliff.
To Sorrento.
And
yeah.
yes, and my mum's auntie asked what ice cream I wanted, and I said a Magnum, and Mum wasn't there to say that kids don't eat Magnums, and so I got that for the first time.
Yeah.
But I mean, what were the GB? What were the things like? Were you in a strict family, or did Kaz let you eat whatever you want?
Nah, never Maccas from Mum.
Yeah.
That was naughty. Dad sometimes would give us like little chippies on road trips, but
So is the guy that gets dessert KFC really just saying "fuck your mum"?
yeah, it's just like 18 years of no junk food.
Gotta go hard.
Yeah.
And so
Would
did
you work off each other, like each parent? Like if my parents had separated, it would have been an absolute nightmare because I would have been gaslighting them and like working off one another and doing all that sort of shit. Were you a good kid, or would you sort of get them against each other?
You're a real piece of shit.
No, I was a good kid. I didn't get not at all. It was just no, I don't think I got them against each other. I think I was actually I reckon I'm the favourite.
The golden child.
Yeah.
Well, your mum you speak to your mum a lot.
She'll actually be really sad if I said that. No, she jokes that I'm the favourite. The other siblings think that that's real, and I think it kind of is too.
So what we're hearing is a confirmation you are
So
the
you doubled
favourite.
down.
Jess, you're the eldest. What are you? Where's your where's the relationship with your Pezzies?
I'm so close with both my mum and my dad, but I'm not the golden child. I'm the consistent child.
What is the golden child? How do they earn that?
And it's Emma.
The youngest.
No, the middle.
Okay, interesting.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
it's very
She
rare.
has
What is-
golden hair as well, I think.
But what
I
does she do to win that?
I think she's just always been the how do I say this nicely? I'm thinking
Here we go.
You can't.
she's always been, I don't know how to explain it, like not a suck up, but like she never rebelled essentially.
Just a bit of a people pleaser.
Just a straight-
Parent
Yeah, she
pleaser.
never
Straighty
rebelled.
180.
Hannah and I
Straight
definitely did go
180.
through our phases.
And so you live with which one?
Emma at the moment.
You live with the people pleaser.
Yeah.
And Emma gets the bed.
I'm joking. So you live with the favourite.
Yeah. She's always been the favourite. All my friends know she's the favourite.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's weird, isn't it?
What does the favourite earn you? Like, what do you get as the favourite?
Loving
I
it.
don't
A couple of favourite. it's just the favourite over here is just chiming in. You,
I'm
you
not
didn't
the
even
fa-
have
I'm
to.
definitely not the favourite, by the way. So my brother Jake is the favourite,
Oh yeah.
and Mum would like if Mum was in tears or whatever, he was always the first one to go and check to see if she was okay.
Yes.
Oh.
That's something Emma would do.
Yeah.
I don't think I did that. I just never got in fights with my mum or
Yeah.
dad. Like the other two.
Really?
So
Quite a
what
lot.
classic? Because I'm trying to work it out because I don't know. It's not. Maybe if you're the favourite, you really know. Because I'm just thinking. Like I gave my mum hell,
Yeah.
and she stuck by me.
Yeah.
My middle brother's very much more, I think, relaxed, just a bit easygoing. So I wasn't too naughty. But does that mean he's the favourite, or has the hell I've put my mum through and the bond we've formed based on that mean that I'm the favourite?
If you want
Like
to tell
the
yourself
shit-
that, then yeah.
You know, it's like you got to work harder for something. You love it a bit more.
That's true. I feel like it shifts though, depending on like
Yeah.
where you're at in your life.
Yeah,
like right
sure.
now, I don't think Emma's the golden child anymore.
Oh, really?
No,
Doesn't
Why?
get taken
Why
to
do you say
clogs.
that? Because you're on a podcast.
I'm still not the favourite. I'm just that happy consistency. Hannah is because she hangs out with Mum now more than I do.
Yeah,
She's living
She
at
gets
home.
more FaceTime.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Chloe calls mum like 5 times a day,
really?
Is she? Why?
I reckon. Maybe not that much anymore, but when she used to work not from home, it was like calling to work, calling on lunch break, calling on the way home.
Wow.
That's so
Like,
cute.
yeah.
I mean, that's as a parent, I'm loving. I was thinking the other night how much I can't wait, and I said this to Amy, and it was quite offensive. So I just can't wait till Bodie and I can go out for dinner together.
Yeah, yeah, that's
No,
good.
and what I meant was
She can have KFC. She can have a zinger with George. And
Yeah.
but what I meant was like, think about when
popcorn,
he's
chicken
like,
and chill.
yeah, when he's 7 and he's like, Dad, I'd love to go for pizza tonight. I'm like, son, let's go, and we maybe go bowling.
We're
as
going
well.
to Clogs.
We're going to Clogs, like a little mission where we could actually have a conversation. How's your day? Yeah, good. I was doing this, that, and the. Now it's just he's emotional wreck, and he'll flip out at a second, or he'll be a little sweetheart, but you don't know. And I'd rather not try.
He's been a little sweetheart recently.
Yeah,
He's
he's
coming
so
into the
cute.
office.
He's been real sweet. But imagine 7. Imagine when he
So
just has
cute.
this. He's just got a bit going on. Like he could go out. You and Josh, like Josh, you could take him out for a weekend. You could go bowling with him.
Yeah,
and then,
what's something that I could like? What should my thing be with Bodie? What could the activity be?
I reckon a sleepover and a movie night, like with you and Bree. He would like he'd get the naughty food. You'd probably drive
Junk
him out
food.
to. You'd take him to Endeavour
Great Ocean
Hill.
Road.
You'd do the old that could be. You could do a Great Ocean Road adventure with him. Get him fish and chips and.
Oh yeah, that fish and chips would be good.
I mean, what was the thing for you guys as a kid that you remember, like a family friend that would do something, take you somewhere, feed you something?
I remember a family
I
friend.
never had that. I don't think that Mum and Dad ever wanted to like risk me. The only time I remember that, I remember we were in Merimbula and we met a couple. And they said, hey, we'll look after your kids. You guys have a nice evening out or a nice day out. And so Mum and Dad left us, which would never happen really. And I hit James with the golf club whilst being looked after. And the one guy was a cop and the lady was a nurse. And Mum said she'd never been more embarrassed in her life.
Yeah. I mean,
So that was a rare thing.
George, what did you do?
The first one that came to mind was family friend Peter Buchanan and his kids. They lived in Gosford and they had a skate ramp, like a full half pipe in there.
Wow.
that's
And
sick.
about 30 surfboards.
Yes.
And they were just the coolest. Like
yeah,
the son was like 8 or something and a pro surfer and skater, and the dad was 40. And they were just going down the ramp, and I was like, this is cool.
Look, it sounds like the Hemsworths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does have that vibe.
That's sick.
Yeah, but apart from that,
Sevs, I feel like you wouldn't have wanted to really leave the house.
Oh, no, I mean, there's one was in New Zealand and it was our friends down the street. I have no idea who they are or anything about them, but they always used to give us the lemon cordial.
Oh, yeah.
And so always on the way home, we'd go in and whenever we go to their house, we'd get lemon cordial and we'd never be allowed it at home. And then the other one is when I was in primary school, I always used to go around to my mate's house and we always used to play Icy Towers
Oh, yeah.
in Internet Explorer.
Yeah, love that.
Just, it's great. 'Cause
that's your version of vintage Internet Explorer. Like the other day when you were saying, in year 7, the amount of times I had to go Alt-Tab on my laptop to bloody hide it from the teacher.
How
So
long
much.
do you reckon, guys, being in the testing, now that I'm in the car park, I'm getting pissed off because it's taking a while. I wonder if they would let me out if I was like, hey, I've got to go.
Is there toilets? I think there was toilets at some of them. But if you can't see, like, yeah, you're not meant to. Because if you think about it, the people who have COVID are the ones that have gone to the testing
Well, it's
areas.
fucking stuffy in here because I can't open the window because the fuck
Smoke is still there?
Smoking.
She's still smoking. How many
Yeah.
ciggies
Oh
is
my
she
Blowing
smoking?
all of her ash onto our car.
Yeah, I reckon we've got like fucking. We're gonna
That's worth a
move
blow
the
up.
car, and there's gonna be just fucking.
She's
ash
blowing
everywhere.
all of her ash onto our car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolute
Never
gronk.
Stop, please.
Toot the horn.
Freeze and
Yeah,
it's
toot the
not even
horn.
passive anymore. Bree wants her to hear.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. You just yell, talk loudly so they hear you. That's always a good way. Anyway, you might be in the line for another couple of hours. Can you actually see people, like people getting tested? He's looking around for the first time since he's been on the show.
No.
Is it so? It's back. He's looking backwards. So
Is
Yeah,
it not
so
a
it's
line?
literally like a car park. It's not like a line. I was assuming a line.
is there a lot of people?
But no,
there?
I'm in a car.
Oh, so it's like the drive-in cinemas. And instead of bringing you
Yep.
food and there's no screen, they bring you a COVID test.
Yeah.
A big stick.
God. All right.
Yeah, wow.
So what are our?
We're not going to do. I was hoping we would get to do it live on air.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to. I mean, how long do you reckon if you were to put if you're a betting
time now?
man, woman?
I reckon
what would
it's going to be another. Bree said that they had a time that said half an hour.
Oh, did they? That's
It's going to be longer than that. But the
Yeah, 'cause
thing
it's
is
been half an hour.
that Bree's a little bit freaked out because she got her hair done because the place was open. I don't need to say where it was, but she got her hair done. And so if we're both getting COVID tested, if she was to be sort of asymptomatic like she was and then had COVID, she has to let the hairdresser know.
super spreaders. Yeah, I think they would actually. I think they contact for you. So there's
Contact tracing.
think about the awkwardness you feel right now about having to do that, Bree. That's why they can't rely on us humans, because I would be embarrassed if I had to go and tell all these people. They're actually calling people for people who are testing positive. That's their job. So, but I heard a guy, what's his name? Brendan Schaub from The Fighter and the Kid was in doing a podcast with a bunch of people, had it. A bunch of them didn't get it. One guy got it. And so it's like, and he was symptomatic. So
who are we going to blame? Because Jess has already brought that up. She said, whose fault is it if Josh has COVID?
But I mean, Bodie's
Well, it's
been
no one's fault.
cleared.
That's the whole thing. It's not. You can't play a blame game.
No,
Is it?
that's
Yes, you can, because it's fun.
Keep it for Monday.
Yeah. Well, who can we blame? Tully Smythe.
Probably
No, she got tested negative.
So
she got
George
she got
is Hannah. She's around a few people.
I reckon it's an Uber Eats driver that you've had in the last day.
Good call.
good call.
They'd be riddled.
Blame it on
be.
Uber.
It could be.
Do you reckon I could take down the whole Uber Eats? Like if they did contact tracing, I reckon I'd take out 50% of their drivers.
I mean, Jess's sister works in a hospital, so maybe Jess is not the favourite child, and also
The weakest
a
link.
super
weak
spreader.
I'd be the least favourite child after that one.
Oh
no.
yeah.
No, they have PPE. I'm good.
Yeah, no, true.
There you go.
Anyway, you should be fine, mate. I've most people that I know have got tested to come back negative. So
Good odds.
Wouldn't it
got
be
faith
crazy
in
though
It would be.
if
It
I'm
would be.
positive?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be great.
Something
mean-
exciting. There's something
and-
exciting about it.
I mean, you've been very positive this
as long
week.
as-
This whole week, you've been a positive guy. So hopefully it's
It means you can stay home for 14 days.
true.
Yeah, but what do I do food wise?
Uber Eats. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Can't do it.
Or you just have to, they drop it off and
Drop
you have
it
to
at the
wait for them
door.
to leave and then you get it.
Oh man, I've heard
Door
people in the States have it, and they're going for walks with masks on, gloves.
So one of our friends that we went to school with, it was actually the guy who, when I was in a fight at a 21st, I called his name because he's a kickboxer and belted the shit out of the guy who was fighting me. Anyway, he's got COVID,
Oh, does he?
and he was saying, like he was giving an update. He was saying that he was so surprised at the lack of support. Like they're basically like, hey, if you have problems breathing or whatever, just call 000. Otherwise, just fucking stay at home.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you still got your sense of taste?
Yeah. To be honest, the one reason I don't think that I have it is because I've got swollen glands, and I don't know if that's a symptom. I don't think that's a symptom.
Oh, yeah. It's more of a dry
Cough.
cough, I believe.
Sore throat though. Sore throat's a symptom.
But like if you're real phlegmy and stuff.
Please, if you have
Actually,
any
I shouldn't-
symptoms, please get tested. I couldn't be more clear.
That was
Doing the
Dan
right
Andrews. Yeah, you're doing the right thing, JJ.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing, mate. Well done.
Thank
Taking
you.
one for the
Can
team.
you do your Alan Jones for us?
No, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. But if I was to say anything, it would be absolutely, you don't mean anything to anyone. I don't know. It's just something that makes
No,
more
that's really
sense.
good. We should do impersonations on the show. I enjoyed the last two shows we've done impersonations.
Did you like Reese's impersonation of you on Hump Day Replay?
I'll be honest, I didn't get to that bit.
Oh, I haven't listened to it. I want to listen to it.
You guys are the worst.
Mate, it's the show about the show. We're over here doing the show.
No, fair enough.
I don't think Jess has listened to any of if Jess is on the show, she doesn't listen.
Nah.
I mean, I haven't really listened to last week of the Daily Talk Show to catch up on that stuff.
The only reason we have Jess on Hump Day replays is because I want her to listen to it. I think it's the only way that we'll get her to do it.
I listen to the ones I want to listen to.
Cherry picks them.
No,
Yeah.
I've made a conscious decision to start listening to them live during the day.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There we go.
So
All right.
Any
there you go.
feedback?
Beg your pardon?
Any feedback, Jess, on like listening? Like, have you gone back to any old apps? Have you listened to episode 14 yet?
No.
Good listen.
In my defense, though, I somewhat blame you for that because I had planned to watch that episode that I was telling you about, or that I was watching, and then you called about something, and then I was planning on watching episode 14 after that episode, and then it was just too late.
It's
the
audio
thing is-
only, so anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gave her the spiel in the office anyway.
Yeah,
So
I know all about
yeah.
it.
Gave the cliff notes.
yeah.
It's anyway,
All right.
all good.
Great.
Stay well, people.
Now I need to work out what to do with this window. I think what I'm going to do is open up Bree's side, and so then it
I
doesn't.
reckon if you opened up and started coughing, she would put her window up
Absolutely.
and stop fucking smoking.
yeah, she
Oh, here
would.
we go. Hang on, give me a sec.
Oh yeah, hang on. Oh yes, we're getting. This is the.
Is it happening?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, hang on. Let's.
Yep, it's happening. Here we go.
It's oh yes. All right. So this right now. Oh, he's putting his seatbelt on.
Oh my God. Here we go. Here we
How's
go.
your anus? Is it tight?
Tight.
All good.
Clenched? So what we're doing right now is podcasting and watching JJ get
I'm
her
going
might
to
have
turn
to-
you down, guys.
COVID
turn
test.
us
Yeah.
Say bye, but I'm going to turn you down.
Okay,
You'll be able to
okay.
still
I'm going to
hear.
give commentary
That's
as
all
we're
good.
doing it.
Yeah, good.
So Josh has strapped his seatbelt. I wonder if that's a prerequisite. Put your seatbelt on. I couldn't
you're
be
in the
more
car.
clear.
While
Hazard
the car's
lights, yeah.
Oh. So now he's got
Yep.
his hazard lights on. I wonder if that is a. Or he's
Where's
turned
he
his
going?
car on. I wonder if this is the like. They know that testing's in progress if the car's on with hazard lights.
Oh my God, that other car's leaving. Oh my
Oh,
God.
they got a
there's
test.
a smoker.
There
There's
she is.
Absolute grub.
This is hilarious.
The
because we can't
smokers-
see anything.
Where are you going? Josh can't hear us. Where is he? He's driving. He's reversing
He's
out.
pulling out of the car park.
It's good for good having a reverse camera. Does your car have a reverse camera, Jess?
No.
Oh,
They must be batching them, so the smoke is gone,
yeah. Gone.
and Josh is following.
Fresh air, it feels good. So I'm going to turn you up. Hang on.
Okay, great.
So,
This is exciting.
so
Live
hazard
coverage.
lights are on.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. I was thinking it's made sense why he put his seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah.
He's driving.
Imagine if there were
So-
cops around finding people.
Just.
Dogs.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. I wonder how long you're gonna have to wait in this bit for.
It's going to fucking take ages. Let's go. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Really?
Can you film it? Can you press record while
Hang on.
it?
I'll just show you. Hang on. Give me a sec.
All right, great. There's a few people. Oh,
Oh yeah, there's a
it
little
looks like
queue, isn't
Krispy
there?
Kreme circa 2005 when they came to Australia. No, what was it? Circa 2008. Yeah. Payback. You were shoving shit in your mouth. Now they're putting stuff up, you know. Anyway, it's the Daily Talk Show, and we love you. Good luck, Josh.
Bye.
Good luck, Bree.
Oh no, they had a baby in the back. Oh my god, the cigarette people.
Oh, that's fucking illegal.
Get the number plate.
That is illegal.
Oh, maybe
All right,
they just
guys.
got a
See ya.
baby.
It's the Daily Talk Show. We'll see you next week. See you tomorrow. Love you.